If I had $1 for every time someone said I was faking, malingering, that I'm a fraud, I'm scamming people,
she would have $1,075,600. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla and I am covering a saga that seems to continue on. It's a TikToker who said that she was transitioning into death. Yes, I'm talking about ChronicallyRara.
I'm very, very tired and very weak now. I'm transitioning. I only think it's almost time.
On this video, I wanted to watch a Facebook Live that ChronicallyRara, aka Lindsay, and her friend Jen put out on the private Facebook group. Like I said in my first video as well, I don't really know anything. I'm just giving my opinion about this whole thing. I'm not a doctor. She could be sick. I have no idea. So I want to put that out at the top. I just want to break down this video in particular because I found it really, really interesting. All right, without further ado, like I said, I don't like long intros. Let's get started. Woo!
I don't know how these work. I've only watched yours before.
Hello, how's everybody doing? This is Lindsay with ChronicallyRara and Jen. And we just thought that we'd get on. We thought that we'd just get on for a few minutes and say hey, do a little Saturday Night Live, and just say hey, let you guys know how everything's going.
Mm-hmm.
So
Since she's awake.
yeah. So it's been a rough weekend pain-wise and health-wise.
Yeah.
So a lot of pain. Been in a lot of pain this weekend. We're having a hard time getting that under control.
I think it's staying more under control now that I'm waking you up and keeping you on a schedule.
Yeah.
You know, Lindsay is obviously the one running the Facebook Live. Looks like it might be in her hand, or at least she's in the front of the camera. So it almost seems like she's the one in charge and Jen is the sidekick. And as you heard there, Lindsay says her pain has been really bad this weekend, and Jen kind of corrects her, or at least adds her comment that, well, it's been better since I've been waking you up.
That's the hardest part, y'all, is when she's asleep. It's hard to wake her up and give her pain medication. But if we don't, then her pain gets so far out of control that she just doesn't have a good day.
Yeah. So, and I think Thursday or Wednesday or whenever it was that all this started, I think it just kind of opened up a Pandora's box.
Yeah.
So I think it just opened up a Pandora's box, and so, now it's kind of, I'm having to go back and, evaluate what my new pain normal is going to be now.
That hospice is going to work with. Unfortunately, it's a holiday, and her doctor's on this holiday weekend, so the covering doctor won't change any medications or doses. So right now we're just at a standstill until they do that.
I just want to point out too, both Josh and Jen and Lindsay have talked about hospice being called to the house, or she is in hospice. But no one's been shown on camera. No sort of hospice nurse or doctor has been showed on camera. I don't know if that's because they don't want to be on camera or that they aren't actually there. Jen said that she's talked to a hospice nurse on the phone. So just wanted to make that clear.
Unfortunately, I have to leave tomorrow at some point in time because I have to work in Tennessee on Monday. But she's actually on a good schedule for pain meds. And so I've been kind of staying up here with her at night and letting Josh get some rest so that when I go back, he can take over from up here. So, but she's pretty exhausted.
Yeah.
I wasn't big on doing this tonight because I was kind of hoping she would rest. So.
Hey, Sarah.
So this part kind of, I don't know, not makes me laugh, but it's interesting. I think it shows an interesting dynamic between these two. Jen is essentially saying here that she didn't want to go on Facebook Live, that she didn't think it was, the right time, that Lindsay is sick. She's obviously going through a lot of pain. Why go live? But she says that Lindsay insisted. And then kind of in the middle of this explanation, Lindsay herself starts to read off live comments and saying, hey, Sarah, or whoever, and almost cutting her off from what she's saying.
Hi, Sarah. She's making me do this with no hair done and everything.
My hair isn't done.
I told her hers didn't have to be.
Yeah, It's a thing, like her hair's not done. And a lot of posts too, and I'll show some here.
Unfortunately, I feel as bad as I look. Sorry, I look horrible. My face is swollen. I've been having seizures like crazy.
Out of my bed, physically been out of the house.
I look so horrible right now. I'm gonna have to try to fix that. I'm looking kind of bad, so forgive me in advance.
Lindsay says, oh, I don't look good. Oh, I'm so ugly right now. Oh, my face looks horrible. It's like, yeah, we know that's pretty much what would happen. I would imagine if you're, terminally ill, I don't think anyone expects you to put on a bunch of makeup and be beautiful. If you want to, great, but no one's expecting you to do that. Am I wrong?
And I'm having like really raunchy AFib and SVTs right now.
The funny thing is that I shake worse than her with my trimmers, so you can either trim her or you can have her.
That part to me almost seems like it's a competition, like who's sicker. I don't know. To me, it's just a little bit weird. It's like, oh, well, my tremors are worse than yours, and my headaches are worse than yours. It's like, who cares? Strange flex, but okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
Addison, there's information about what's going on with my condition and what I have and stuff. A couple posts down, I think.
And on the page.
Yeah, you can find information about it on the page.
So this is kind of the response that a lot of people have been getting. Obviously, because her TikTok went viral last week, a lot of people are asking questions like, what are you dying from? What are your diseases? The whole point of the TikTok and the Facebook and the Instagram is supposed to raise awareness. So people are asking questions about what's going on, and there really is no awareness. They're just saying, look at a different post, look at this other post.
I have AFib and SVTs. I get AFib and SVTs. And so I'm actually having them right now.
You can tell because her fingers start jumping and her, she's like a spot in her neck that starts going. But she's also, let's see, about an hour out from another dose of pain medicine. So it's usually when it gets pretty bad. That's why I told her we can't stay on very long.
So, and yes, it is AFib.
I can't see anything that's on there because I don't have my glasses. So
Yeah, Chrissy, it's AFib and SVTs both. So I can feel it. It just feels like someone's playing the drums in my chest. And I get a little bit short of breath. Or more short of breath than I already am.
Freudian slip. Seems like she was saying that she gets out of breath, well, more out of breath than I usually am.
We think the AFib and SVTs got worse because of me having COVID.
So in her TikTok, she said she had COVID in March, and then she thought she had COVID again in like May or June.
Hello friends, this is ChronicallyRara. Here's another COVID update. So yesterday I went to the doctor and tickled the crap out of my brain, because who doesn't love to have their brain poked through their nose? I'm very tired, I'm hurting, I'm wheezing, I'm coughing. My room is a mini isolation room. I'm hacking in between takes. But with that said, I'm always working to find the silver lining.
Like I never heard about it again, or she deleted those TikToks where it revealed like if she was negative or positive. But yeah, she definitely said she had COVID in March.
And my lung issues, we think those got worse because of having COVID. So I'd go on TikTok and update, but I'm in TikTok jail because the trolls are coming after my TikTok.
yeah.
This is like a huge pet peeve for me, not just for her, but for anyone who calls people who are critical trolls or Karens. I mean, that's not what a troll or a Karen is. A troll is someone who goes on the internet and purposely bothers you. Someone who posts about an MLM or something and someone's being critical of that and saying, stop posting this is annoying, I don't like this, whatever, they call them trolls. But to me, that's not a troll. A troll is not someone who is actually giving you feedback on something you're posting. A Karen is not somebody who is legitimately asking a question about what's going on. You're making a lot of claims and asking for money, and they're asking you, okay, what is going on here? And you're blocking them immediately. To me, that's not the correct usage of the term Karen or troll, and it's been overused so much. It's like cancel them, cancel culture, like all these words are just like they lose their meaning after a little while, you know? It's like they don't have any oomph behind them because we use them so often. So, you know, this usage I think is incorrect. I think it's people who are critical or people who are asking questions that she's actually referring to.
And
videos she's had posted for months are now being reported, and they've been taken down. So
Like for stupid shit.
yeah, don't say it on. You can't curse on here. Facebook will take us down.
It's a private group, and they already know I curse. I made that very clear that I'm a cusser. So yeah, the trolls are coming after my TikTok page. So
That's a families here in the house. They just don't want to be involved on the live right now. So
no, I had COVID. Whitney, I had COVID in March. So
yeah.
I had COVID in March. The trolls are making me mad. Shalise said the trolls are making me mad. They're like, it's, oh my God, it's just out of control. I mean, the trolls are seriously out of control, which, you know, is hilarious because the batshit crazy woman that made a TikTok page solely about yours truly.
She always says that, yours truly. Like, oh, she made a TikTok page about, she's not talking about me, by the way. She's talking about someone else.
And like, you know, basically just shit talking me. I reported her page and I reported all of the posts for harassment and bullying. And TikTok's like, well, they don't violate community guidelines. But me in the hospital talking about being terminally ill does.
Yeah.
I don't know what video she's specifically talking about that got taken down, but it's not bullying or harassment if you're just giving your opinion and providing evidence or facts about what you've seen, as long as you're not saying that they've done something that they haven't done or that they're a horrible person, because I'm not saying that at all. I don't think Lindsay's a horrible person at all. I think she's got something else going on other than what she's explicitly saying, and I think when money is tied into that and asking for donations, that's when I get kind of like about it, you know? I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think Jen's a bad person. I don't think her husband's a bad person. I just think that there's more going on than what they're saying.
I mean, they're just miserable people. I mean, that's all it amounts to, is they're miserable people that just want to bring everybody else down with them.
So supposedly, I'm not here with Lindsay. Supposedly, she's a green screen, or I am. So just want to let you guys know. Ask Sarah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Why would I drive 5.5 hours to look like a crazy person on a Facebook Live?
And their proof is Reddit. That's their source.
There's a whole Reddit page now on Lindsay. So
Yeah, I thought that was funny too. And people are taking it as the word of God. And I'm just like, stupid is an epidemic that can't be fixed.
someone says they have no life. Yeah, that's
I haven't heard anyone accuse her of being a green screen. I don't think that's the general consensus. I think it's probably one person's comment that they blew out of proportion. I think most people are just saying, since 2018, 2017, you've been on and off saying that you are dying, and now it's 2021 and you're still saying it, and you're saying you have like limited time on Earth left, yet it doesn't appear that there's any reason that that's what you should think. I think that's the real concern.
some of them are in this group. So when we do find out who you are, or if they are, a lot of you, thank you for when you see their comments. If we haven't caught them as admin, thank you very much for getting them or reporting them to us, and not Facebook, because if we report too much to Facebook, they will take our page down. And whoever's in Denver, hey, my son's in Westminster. I'll be there in January.
We know that there's a couple people
That are reporting back to certain TikTokers.
yeah, we know there's a couple people in this group that are reporting back to a couple of major trolls on TikTok. And we try to, the reason, like, for the questions and stuff, you know, before you guys, like, get into the group, is because we're trying to weed out the trolls. Specifically weed out the trolls and the Karens.
Yeah, but we don't want you guys to have to deal with all of that.
Yeah.
It's bad enough we do.
Both of these women are such martyrs, you know, at least that's what they think they are. You know, oh, it's bad enough that we have to deal with the trolls. I mean, no one's telling you have to have a TikTok account or a Facebook page or any of these things. If people are harassing you or bothering you, as you say, then stop going on. I mean, these people are all strangers to you, presumably, or people who don't know you personally. So why do you have to go live? And it's affecting both of us. Like, we are in this together. It's like, you know, I don't know. Seems like problems that you're creating on your own.
Oh yeah, the Reddit thing is super crazy, Samantha. Yeah. I don't understand Reddit, but it blows my mind that somebody created one just to be ugly about Lindsay.
Yeah, it's, you know, but with that said, I mean, if you guys ever have any questions, you know, the thing I like about this page, this group, is it's smaller, it's intimate. But if you ever have any questions, just ask.
Just ask, but don't ask questions I don't like, because otherwise I'm going to tell you off or block you or make a video about you, chastising you and shaming you for asking a question in a semi-critical way. That's what she really means by saying that.
Renee, we're not really trying to give the bullies a platform. It's not that, but a lot of times if we don't respond to them and shut them down, or like they're questioning the fact that I'm even here, that like she's a green screen behind me on a video that I make on her page, we have to address it in some way.
Number one, you don't have to address it in some way. I haven't seen anyone talk about her being on a green screen, and I don't think that's the primary critique of these videos. I think most people are asking, how do you know you're dying from a disorder that's not usually terminal? And how are you so sure that it's going to happen within a certain amount of days? And also, people have gone back and looked at videos from months ago where you said you're not going to be eating or drinking, it's going to take a few days to die, and yet we're months and months and months later, and we're still doing Facebook Live.
The MPO is going to be a tapered MPO. Basically, that means that by Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be fully off foods and liquids. In the background, I have a couple of infections that my body isn't fighting off. And I have Addison's disease, and so with that, I'm showing signs of crisis. That's just on top of everything else going on.
There's a lot of money involved in this account. There's a lot of money involved in this story. And I have no idea how much money she's made from her followers, but with thousands and thousands and thousands of followers and millions of views, even if everyone gave $1, I mean, that's a pretty significant amount of money.
It's not that we're trying to give them a platform. We're deleting and blocking them as fast as we're responding. But
somebody said that somebody actually had the audacity to say, basically, that they said she's working with somebody to, that she was going to have a couple people from her uni killed. And I'm like,
that's slanderous.
Like stuff like that. Like that has to be nipped in the bud immediately.
Yeah.
Because it's defamation of character, it's slander.
I mean, they're naming specific people too. Like it's really specific. It's actually to the point, and it's crossing state lines, which is, it's pretty bad. But we can't seem to get anybody at TikTok to listen to us about certain people. I mean, I have reported that one account and videos over 350 times, and she just keeps making new ones. And this whole new screen recording thing, it's probably, it's a double-edged sword. It's either your best friend for having evidence, or it's worst enemy for somebody wanting to change your words. And
is screen recording new?
Because what will happen is, if we were on TikTok right now, one of her friends would be screen recording it, and then she would grab all of your screen names, and then they would start coming after y'all. We've seen it happen. About 150 people that she was able to do that too. So, and that's about all I have to say about that. But we're trying not to let that happen. That's why we're staying on Facebook, because we can keep y'all in a private group.
And there's a couple of like people from my life that are unfortunately decided they wanted to be in on that.
This woman must be the most unlucky woman in the world. Not only does she have a terminal illness that is very rare and no doctors understand it, she doesn't get the full-on support from every single person from TikTok and Facebook. People are questioning her story. And people from her own life that she knows personally are also lying against her and want her to look really bad for no reason whatsoever. I mean, this is a very unlucky woman in this world. And she also has not just one disorder, but multiple disorders that cause extreme pain and suffering. I mean, this just sucks for her.
That we've had issues with for a while, and I can't go into it because there is litigation pending. But
a postcard from Arizona. I like that.
So obviously, if you have any questions, don't ever hesitate to ask. I'd rather you just come straight to me, and say, hey, that's what I heard, what's going on, and I'm an open book. No, I'm not faking dying. No, I'm not faking being sick.
Y'all, I was in the hospital with her for 2 days. Ask Sarah. She knows I was there. I spoke to all of her doctors. I mean, I've spoken to every hospice nurse. I've spoken to hospice over the phone. They have my phone number. And
I've been sick for over 5 years. So.
Yeah. So
it's just, the thing is I think
somebody reported Reddit. We tried to figure out how to do that. Thank you, Brenda, for doing
how's
that.
the COVID treating you? I don't have it anymore, but I have permanent damage because of the COVID.
Brittany, they haven't changed anything to sublingual because her doctor is on vacation this weekend. So that's in the works for next week, probably. She's still able to, I have to like do some fancy footwork, but she's still able to swallow most of the things because it's pretty small. But just, it has to be in really small amounts.
Yeah. So solids.
Emily, yes, she's on hospice.
I just want to point out that back in November, right before Thanksgiving, Lindsay said that she was officially going off all liquids and foods. She was just going to be fed intravenously, I believe, and or just going to take water for medication, but not eat or drink. And then now she's eating some solids. They said soups and like ice cream, I guess.
Into us. And
Little bits at a time.
solids are very, very, very little bits at a time, if any. And it's just because it's not about going MPO again, but it's just about, it's not worth the pain and sickness that that eating causes. I get really sick. I can't keep it down. It's just not even worth it at this point anymore.
Yeah, the nausea and the stomach pain.
So, I mean, we have Ensure, and I just, instead of...
And she does,
or
she
soup.
does vitamin water and soup. And then if we can get something like really soft, sometimes like if we can soften bread, she can take it little bits at a time.
Yeah. But we're definitely, it's a new, since Thursday or whatever.
When a picture of her husband and her behind us.
It seems like she's reading fine. She said her glasses broke. This is Jen. Jen said her glasses broke and she can't read anything, yet she's reading comments the whole time during this video. So I don't even know why you'd point that out. It seems like she also has a need to tell people what's wrong with her. She's got tremors too. She's got headaches too. She can't see because her glasses broke. It seems like they have a similar need to talk about their issues.
When all this started, Thursday or whatever, when all this started, and it's a new game. We're looking at, it's definitely progression.
Yeah.
And the hospice team said, no two people die the same. Death is, the thing with death is that people need to understand in the dying process is no two people are the same, and no two people's deaths are the same, so,
she has an IV, Samantha.
Yeah.
She has a PICC line.
Yeah, I have an IV.
Oh, sorry, I don't know where your camera's different than mine.
So, yep, I've got an IV.
She has two right now. But it's not for fluid intake. It's for medication.
I was actually surprised to see that she has a PICC line like that. That is the most medical device or medical proof that she does have something going on that I've seen thus far. Other than the videos of her being in the hospital previously, like this is actually proof that something medically is happening. However, I don't understand why she would have to get her medicine delivered intravenously if she's swallowing water, drinking coffee, and eating food. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below if you understand why that would happen.
But
it's very little fluid just to make the medication go through her system.
But with death, it's, people have got to start realizing that no two deaths are the same. And the way that people, when people are on hospice, it is, everybody has it's their own process. It's their own, some people on hospice may want to just,
Sarah and somebody else have COVID right now.
Stay in bed, or hospice is a process and dying is a process, and everybody does it differently. So you can't say to someone, well, when grandma was dying, that's not, she didn't do this or this or this. So
Tony, she's lost a lot of weight. You can't see it because she's in bed. Sorry.
You can't say like, oh, well, this didn't happen to grandma when grandma was dying, so it must not be happening to you. Or, well, so-and-so did this when they were dying and you're not, so it's not happening to you. Or the thing that I get the most, which drives me nuts, well, I'm a nurse, I would know. 9 out of 10 times when somebody says, I'm a nurse, I would know, they're not a nurse. And another 9 out of 10 times when someone says, well, I'm in the medical field, I would know, they're like a secretary or a glorified blood pressure taker.
She really hates people in the medical field. I'm just going to say that again. She really has disgust for people who are working in medicine for the most part.
It's a process, and what's going to happen is going to happen. And, the hospice nurse said, I could progress and decline and then have like a small surge and then decline again and have a surge. Like it's it just is all dependent on the person.
Well, and just for example, we had a nurse reach out to us today, both privately, and her sister, she was an ICU nurse, and she didn't understand hospice, and her sister went on hospice, and her sister is very ill, and it's not with cancer. She didn't want to reveal what she was ill with, but she's been on hospice for 2 years. And so she now understands that hospice is a very different animal. And as a nurse, it took her sister going on it to be educated in that way. So, like Lindsay just said, not everybody, just because you get put on hospice doesn't mean you're dying in 5 days. Like,
then why are we here? That's the whole thing. They're acting like they didn't say that she has just days to live. Like, that's the whole point. They're acting like, people are just accusing them of saying, oh, we think that you think you're dying, and, that's why we're saying this. No, Lindsay was the one who said, I don't have much time. It's only a matter of days now. I'm going to be going away. I'm not going to be on social media anymore, which was obviously not true because she's been on social media like a million times since then. If you're telling us hospice can take years, all right, great. Okay, but why are you on TikTok saying that you have just days to live? In my opinion, it seems like you're trying to get people to like your post and share it with people and then inspire them to spend money now because there's an immediacy because you only have a few days to live, that if they're going to donate to you, they're going to donate now as opposed to waiting, a couple of years. But they act like they're not the ones who are saying that she has limited time. Now they're on here saying, well, hospice can take a long, long time. No one's disagreeing with that. You're the one saying you have days left, and everyone's like, well, how do you know that? And there's no good answer.
my 90-year-old grandmother went on hospice a year and a half ago on her birthday, March 1st, and didn't die until Mother's Day. So, it's nobody can tell you when it's going to happen. It's going to happen at its own time.
And I feel like the death process is almost like the birth process, and the fact that
No two births are the same.
no two births are the same, but also especially when with your first pregnancy, as you get towards the end of the pregnancy, every little move or every little hiccup, you think that you're going into labor. And so, I feel like I'm going through that same thing just in reverse and dying, that when when my condition progresses a little bit, I'm like, okay, well, this, is this it? Is this,
Because she's not sure exactly what she's feeling because it's new.
So I think this is a pretty good admission from Lindsay, fairly realistic. She's almost admitting that, well, sometimes when I feel something different because I have this condition, I panic and I think I'm dying. Okay, I think a lot of people probably that have terminal illness or have conditions that are very serious may feel that same way. So I think that at this point, if she was to come on TikTok and say this, that she doesn't know, or correct the record and say, okay, I thought maybe I was dying because I had extra pain somewhere, but on further review, I'm actually not sure. And I talked to my doctors and they said, none of us know what's gonna happen. I think that would be a good faith effort.
know what to expect. So
Somebody asked earlier if you were still eating and drinking. Yes, she's still eating and drinking. It's just as needed for medication and when she feels like it.
I mean, technically, isn't that everyone's eating regimen, eating and drinking for whenever medication you might be on, and also whenever you feel like it?
somebody asked how, I'm handling everything, and I have my moments.
Yes.
I have my moments. It's all really sunk in. And when I got home from the hospital on hospice, it all kind of started sinking in. And so I was going through periods of being kind of numb. And then I went through a period where I was just really just mad and angry.
I want to know what's in her hand. I know this is a small detail, and I've gone through the whole video and I can't tell what it is, but it almost looks like a lighter, right? Or a vape pen or something. I cannot tell what it is, but she's holding something and it's a rectangle shape, so it looks, and it's green. And I cannot figure it out. So if you can figure it out, or you have insight into what this item is in her hand that she's holding like this, it's she's almost holding like a vape. I don't know that for sure. And I know I keep saying I don't know for sure. I just want to make it abundantly clear that I'm not accusing this woman of anything. I'm just bringing up things that I've noticed to the surface. So you can make your own judgments. I'm not telling you how to feel about this. I'm just saying how I feel about this. I do not want to get sued, okay?
It was more being mad and angry at all the trolls and the trolls and my DNA buddies. That
DNA buddies to her is her family. That's what she calls her family, just for people who don't know.
we're all you're faking, you're not sick, you're not dying, you're not this, you're not that. Like, so it was like getting mad, you know.
She was pretty angry when I got here Friday, just out of pure exhaustion of being attacked.
I hate people who do that, and I feel like it's a narcissistic quality to blame other people for your behavior, you know, and Jen is almost enabling Lindsay's behavior in this sense. So basically what Lindsay just said is that she was really angry and that she was upset about everything going on. And then Jen comes in and says, well, she was really angry, but it was only because she was being attacked. No one that's attacking you is causing you to be angry. You have the choice of your behavior. That's what I think people who try to get away with bad behavior or, you know, abusing someone, they blame it on the victim and say, you know, you caused me to do that. That is not true. You can be abused or you can be hurt, and you choose as your own individual self how to react to that. And people who use that excuse bother me so much because it just allows more and more abuse to happen.
Back a while ago, Ariana asked how your daughter is doing. We went out today, her and I. She's okay. It's not the easiest thing, but we got her
She's a teenager.
She's a teenager.
She's a teenager,
yeah.
you know, so she...
None of this is fun.
Yeah.
I mean, life isn't fun. She's a teenager.
You know,
so.
and she's still acting like a 14-year-old teenager.
I don't think this would be fun for any child of any age, even adult children. I don't think want to see their mother die, especially in a very public way on TikTok, on social media. Her mother talks about her illness and her symptoms and how much pain she's in constantly. I mean, I don't know how much she talks about it in the house, but at least online, I mean, I know every single symptom she's ever had since like 2017. And also, I'm going to talk about this in a future video, but at one point, Lindsay said she had lost her entire memory, and I don't think she ever said that she gained it back. She said she just had to relearn about her family, and there's actually a video, I'll have to find it, where she's talking to her daughter and says she doesn't even know who she is. And that must be completely heartbreaking, regardless if it's true or false. If it was true, it's heartbreaking because your mother doesn't remember who you are. And if it's false, it's heartbreaking that you would pretend that you don't remember your daughter.
Okay. So I'm going to do another video thing. I really like these. These are really cool. So say hi to the camera.
Hello there.
And tell them you're Lucy.
I am Lucy.
And you're my daughter.
I am your daughter. I'm not as old as I look. I'm 13.
You're 13,
Believe it
yes.
or not.
We had that conversation, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Yay! Yay! We had a conversation, and she's my daughter, and she's 13, and I'm just getting to know her. So, ooh. I have like all these little things. Squirrel. Anyway, so that's Lucy, that's my daughter, and this is Josh, this is my husband. Although I'm sure all of you guys know him. You know.
But she's cute as a button. She's dressed really cute today. I'm just saying. I love her though, so.
Oh,
Sarah knows.
You know, so it's, somebody asked, how could anybody say I'm faking? Sweetheart, oh my God. If I had $1.
I'm a green screen.
If I had $1 for every time someone said I was faking.
She would have $1,075,600.
If I had $1 for every time someone said I was faking, malingering, that I'm a fraud, I'm scamming people.
We'd be in some other country right now getting her different treatment.
I would be able to pay off my medical debt. Like I would seriously, my medical and student loan debt. I'd be able to pay them both.
You guys can ask Sarah if I'm a green screen. She FaceTimed with us yesterday.
Why do you keep on closing your eyes? Tasha, apparently it's something I do. I don't even notice that I'm doing it.
She's a long blinker.
Yeah.
She always has been.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that triggers people.
Yeah, because somebody else said the same thing. Yeah. Like, I'm lying because I close my eyes too long when I talk.
She does that when we're not even on camera.
And Josh was like, you close your eyes when you talk all the time. What are they talking about?
She's what I would consider a long blinker. Like, I have a brother that does that too. So, long blinker. See, Sarah knows. She did it last night on our FaceTime.
So Sarah knows. Yeah, Sarah's like, yeah, she's been doing it since 2004. It's fine.
I don't know how else to explain it. It's like, I used to think that she was like in deep thought about something, and I was like, nope, that's just Lynn's.
People say I do that, and then they say that I purse my lips, and I don't know. Like, if I'm not talking, did I like do this? And I don't realize that they're like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. And they're like, no, you look like this.
That's because you and I both have really tiny lips. But nobody's ever told me that.
This woman has to compare herself to everything that she's saying. Well, we both have very thin lips. Okay. Again, weird flex, but okay, we both have thin lips. Awesome.
So,
But the blinking thing, I get that. I get that all the time. I get that all the time.
CBD is illegal in her state.
No, it's not.
Or the hemp is, or you can get the medical.
No, CBD's legal. It just can't have THC in it.
Yeah, so it's the hemp, which is worthless. Sorry, I was a
Yeah.
medicinal botany major.
Yeah,
Hemp was made to make clothes and stuff. It's not made to cure things.
Is there a possibility you could live for a while longer? Do they expect this to be pretty fast?
They don't. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, but apparently Lindsay. She knows when she's going to die, according to her.
No clue.
No clue.
I'm transitioning. I only think it's almost time.
They can't say that.
It's
Her hospice nurse last night can see the decline in a week, so I'm just going to put it that way.
Yeah.
And, I haven't seen her physically in 2 weeks, so because I was out of state last week for
Emily.
Christmas,
That is
so.
awesome. Hold on, I'm sneaking on the Twitter. Oh my god, Emily. Oh my god, Emily. That is freaking awesome. I love you. I love that comment.
So,
You won the internet, Emily.
you win. Yeah, you won the internet today.
But it's what I tell all my haters on TikTok is it's keep the bubbly on ice. It's fine. I'm going to be gone soon.
I don't think anyone wants you to die. I don't know where this narrative has come from that, oh, keep the bubbly on ice, I'll be dead soon. Or she did a video where she was saying like, oh, I think I'm on the COVID floor when she was in the hospital, and she said, all my haters want me to breathe in the COVID. I don't think that's accurate whatsoever. I think people want you to live and be healthy. People are questioning you because you are saying you're not healthy, and you are saying you're going to die. Not the opposite. No one's hoping you're going to die.
Thank you, Alexis. I'm just a normal person.
No. You don't offend. So don't ever.
Oh gosh, nobody offends us.
Nobody offends us. Yet you're blocking people and you're reporting people 350 times for making videos being critical of this whole thing. No. No one offends us. Except for everyone.
And don't ever apologize for asking questions. I want you guys to ask questions.
Unless the question is anything but, how are you so brave?
We just want you to, like, okay, so I have to address this because being like a moderator, and I think that the moderators are like all on board with this too. Sorry, I don't know where her camera is, so her phone is different.
It's right there.
than
It's in the middle.
mine. She's getting too hot, so she's got to move around.
Yeah.
So she doesn't mind questions, but she also doesn't take them as personally as her friends do. So as moderators,
I don't
we
take
kind
them
of take
personally at all.
them. Sometimes and we talked about this today, it's just like texting. Sometimes the way somebody texts or types, it has no voice inflection. So we get protective of her, and
I'm very
we take it a little bit wrong, and then she has to kind of set us straight. So we don't mean to be like offending you, but I mean, if it's something like blatantly rude, I'll block you. Like, I have no problem. Like, it just is what it is. And I won't apologize to her for it. It's just, we have to limit the amount of people that are out there to hurt her emotionally at this point, and her family.
I haven't seen any comments towards her family. Her family was featured at one point in TikTok a while ago, and now they're not even involved in anything anymore. So
I'm aloof to the questions. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, sometimes she thinks they're okay, and they're not. So, and I'm not trying to be like, somebody called me, what was I? I was too aggressive in my blocking skills on TikTok. So,
And I
people
mean,
can get over it.
I don't give a shit what people say about me. I really, really, really don't. Now, come after my family and we're going to have a problem.
Yeah.
You come after my family, we're going to have a real problem.
So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like being called a fraud, a
agreed,
scammer, a
Alexis.
liar.
Agreed.
A fraud, a scammer, a liar. You know, like, oh, you're frauding people because you have a Venmo on your bio. Bitch, you have a Venmo, GoFundMe, and Cash App on your bio. Get out of here with that. Your stupid bullshit.
So the logic here is, I can't be a scammer because you also have Venmo on your account. Doesn't that mean you're both probably in the wrong? Or I don't think that means that, oh, you're not a scammer because someone else has their Venmo.
Pot meat kettle.
Well, that's a cute sweatshirt.
Hi, sweetie.
I needed your
We're not doing this.
We're on Facebook.
It's okay. Sorry.
Oh,
guys
I don't
are
care
talking-
about Facebook.
I don't want. No, she doesn't want to be on it. We already talked about this. So
I'm assuming that this is her 14-year-old daughter coming into the room needing something, and they're on Facebook, and Jen says, we already talked about this. She doesn't want to be on Facebook. So just more further proof that the family is taking a step back from being on the social channels.
I like that sweatshirt. Peace out, dude. Hey, we have a date.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how to work this.
That's why we
so-
can't have nice things.
I know. Sorry, I'm playing with my girl over here. So she's got to get ready to take meds. So any last questions?
Oh, are we talking about OnlyFans now?
Oh my gosh, really?
Lindsay knows I made bank on OnlyFans. Oh my god, she did. She did make bank.
For the toes thing?
I really want to know what the toes thing is. Oh, for the toes thing? Like, okay.
She absolutely, oh my god, she made stupid bank. I
didn't even know what that meant.
I was really jealous, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not a scammer. You're a scammer for having Venmo on your account. Also, she made bank, and I was really jealous.
Now I'm like, where's all the OnlyFans stuff? So, yeah.
But I mean, if you don't take Lindsay for how she is 24/7, you really don't belong on this page. Honestly, I mean, it's just, I mean, I would say the same thing as, you know, any of the social media. If you're not gonna, you know, take her as she is and be her friend, you know.
Man, my heart is really going.
Yeah,
right
it
now.
is. I know. I can feel it in your room. She's like, nice meeting you too. I'm sorry. My glasses broke, so I can't read things really well.
Can I get up and walk around? I have to have help.
Yeah.
I'm very unsteady on my feet now.
So, but say goodnight to everybody.
So-
I'm gonna give her meds, and she needs to calm her heart down. So I'm gonna make her get off. So I'm gonna be the bad guy.
I'm gonna do an only. I keep on saying I should start doing my OnlyFans again because there's a market for dying people. So what? There's a market for dying people, and we need the money.
Where's Sarah when I need her?
We need the money. We gotta.
Sarah has COVID.
We gotta pay for a funeral if.
Oh my gosh.
If I can't.
Okay.
If they won't take my body for a donation.
There's a lot there. She's saying that she wants to or is thinking about starting her OnlyFans again, but according to her login, because it tells you on OnlyFans like the last time you've logged in, she hasn't really stopped at all. She was logged in like yesterday, so, and even like last week, so I don't think she has stopped doing her OnlyFans whatsoever. And where is this market for dying people? Like, can someone send me that information, like what the market is and what that looks like? Because if that's a trend, that's very interesting and gross. I'm sorry to say. I don't want to like, you know, kink shame anybody, but what the hell? That's very odd. And again, Jen is the one who didn't want to go on this live. Now she's the one ending the live. It's been like over 35 minutes and like she's like, okay, let's get off. Come on, like let's get off. And then all of a sudden Lindsay's like, yeah, I'm gonna get back on OnlyFans and start posting again. She's like, okay, getting the hook ready to be like, come on, let's go.
For a donation.
Say goodnight to Lindsay because she's getting ready to go. Goodnight.
So that's Jen's way of saying, oh my god, shut up.
Yes.
Shut up. So. But anyway, all right, well, we just wanted to get on with you guys for a little bit. And like I said before, Jen or Sarah will do a lot of the updating on my condition and what's going on because I'm not on here a lot anymore at all.
Please remember, I work 2 jobs and have children.
So, yeah, I'm just not on here a lot at all anymore.
And if you guys send me questions, like if you don't want to put them on the page, if you send them to me, I can print them out or read them to her. So we talk about every single night, so, or at least a couple times a day when I'm back in Tennessee. So,
but I'm so appreciative of you guys. I'm thankful for each and every one of you.
especially all you nice ones, thank you.
I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for my almost 100,000 followers. Well, maybe minus like 5% that are trolls, but you know, my almost 100,000 followers. I'm thankful for them. I'm just incredibly thankful, and you guys are amazing. You really, really are amazing.
Prayers to all of you guys too for just being so kind.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm cutting her off now. So,
All right. We'll talk to you guys soon.
night.
Good night.
Kisses.
Oh, sure. Just
I need it.
Yep. Finished.
Okay, so that was the live video of Jen and Lindsay together. What'd you guys think? Did you think that it was interesting? Did you gain any insights from that? It's a little long. They kind of draw out a lot of things, but I didn't learn anything about her illness other than she gets AFib and SVTs which I couldn't see, physically what was happening, but somehow it's like a heartbeat thing, and that she gets hot. Other than that, I haven't learned much. I'm very confused, even more so about hospice and how that works than before. So I feel like the education element here is a little bit lacking. Yeah, I think I learned a little bit about Jen. She seems to be the type of person who really wants to also put her issues in front of people. It's not just Lindsay's problems, but oh, I also have that. Oh, also I have tremors too. Mine are worse than yours. It's interesting. It kind of shows you what type of person would be attracted to someone like Lindsay. All right, well, that's the video. I have many more coming. I've seen a lot of positive feedback, so thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. And Taro says bye.